What's going on, everyone? It's Josh from Meticulous and Co Mobile Auto Detailing. I want to bring you in and show you more about the clay bar. I get questions all the time on what a clay bar is, what it means to clay your vehicle. So I want to show you exactly what it is, why I use it, and how to use it. It's a vital part of any exterior detail, and you're not going to get maximum results with if you skip this step. So, the very short explanation of what a clay bar is essentially this Play-Doh type bar that will remove bonded contaminants from your paint. So to go more into that, I have the container here. This is just the one I have. They have all different companies that make this. This just happens to be Meguiar's. Meguiar's makes a retail version that you can find at Walmart or any parts store. But I get this one online. I've actually seen this one at Harbor Freight as well. This is $30 for this little container, and it comes with one clay bar, which is a little bit bigger than what we have right here. When I get it, what I like to do if you end up buying one yourself is I'll take a razor and I will cut it into either thirds or fourths and roll it into a ball and form a patty out of it, and you're really going to prolong the life of the clay bar in between purchasing another container. So anyways, what this will do is after you wash the paint, you dry off the vehicle, you're gonna notice right here, it looks clean, it looks nice and glossy, it looks shiny. But if I take my hand, and you can do this at home, go outside right now, go to your car, take your hand, run it across the paint. You can hear that from here. It feels like sandpaper. It sounds horrible. That's a bunch of bonded contaminants that's on your paint. It can be anything from brake dust, from just, you drive every single day. There's airborne contaminants in the air constantly. You don't even have to be driving from the factory to the dealership. These cars are transported, and there's airborne contaminants that are constantly floating around that are going to stick to your paint, whether it's brake dust, rail dusts, any sort of contaminants. They will bond to your paint, and you're not going to be able to get them off with just a simple wash. So even from the dealership, your car is going to look clean, but it's going to have these contaminants on it. And the only way to get them off safely is with a clay bar. Now, first you want to wash your car, you want to dry your car, you want to take certain all-purpose cleaners and iron removers to break down those chemicals and make your life a lot easier. But you'll notice now, no matter what you do, there's still going to be bonded contaminants on the paint, hence the name bonded contaminants. Now, to remove them, I'll show you exactly what we're going to do. I'll show you right here more of the product that we're looking at. This is the clay bar. It's a little bit like Play-Doh. It's more firm. It's tacky to the touch. You can see this one's completely clean. This one right here has only been used a few times. It's not bad, but you can see how effective it is in pulling contaminants off of the paint. There's even dirt particles, and there can be bugs that are on your paint. This will safely pull all of those contaminants off of your paint, because the last thing you want to do when working on the outside of your car is take an applicator pad or a polisher to the paint when it isn't completely clean. You're going to take all of your results and put them in reverse and make your paint work worse than even when you start. So what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna take this, I have this homemade quick detailer here. I have another video showing you how to make this solution and how you can get 5 gallons of it for $25. If you go to my channel on YouTube and look at this video, it'll show you how to get enough for, I don't know, the next year. So what we'll do is you always want to have the panel wet. Now you'll spray the quick detailer. You can even use water. It's just not going to give you the same amount of slickness that the quick detailer will. You don't want to use soapy water. You don't want to use harsh chemicals because it's going to break down the synthetic resin compound that makes up this clay, and it's going to take away its effectiveness a lot quicker. So you don't want to use harsh chemicals around this. You want to stick to your quick detailers, your clay lubes, even straight water. So what you're going to do is you're going to form it into a patty. I'll take these out of your way so you guys can have a better view of what's going on. And what you want to do is you want to go back and forth. You can even hear it's pulling the contaminants off of the paint. It's essentially shearing the contaminants, which I know can be a little bit of a scary word. It's not doing harm to the paint by shearing these contaminants off. Now, you are abrading the paint. Anything that touches the paint and you're rubbing the paint, you're gonna have micro marring. Now, to the average person, you're not gonna see those defects. You'll need a microscope to see micro marring, but it'll be there. And what you want to do is after every time you take a clay bar to your paint, you want to take a polish to it to level off all of the micro marring that you just did, and it'll protect the paint. And you'll then put a wax or a sealant or a coating on your paint, and so your paint is completely clean and bare and smooth and protected at the end of your exterior detail. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do crosshatch patterns. We're gonna go back and forth, just enough pressure to keep the clay bar on the panel. You don't need to press down, let the clay bar do the work. You don't wanna mar the paint any more than it's doing already. And you wanna just go back and forth, and you can hear, as long as you can hear those contaminants on the paint, there's still more work to be done. But you'll see over time, I know it's hard to hear over my blabbing, but you can hear it's getting a lot quieter as I go back and forth, and that's because the paint is just about completely bare, and I pulled off all of those contaminants from the paint and leaving it smooth to the touch. Now I'll wipe it dry with my microfiber towel, and I will run my hand across it again, and you can see, you can see and hear the difference. So I will wipe this dry for you. Now that I did this section, can't hear anything. It's a little bit more grabby. As you can see, my hand wants to stay where it is. Now that the paint is 100% clean, it's 100% bare, it's gonna grab more than, say, right here, where there's a lot of dirt and debris on it still, because I haven't clayed this section, so it glides right over it and it feels like sandpaper. Now right here, it's 100% clean. It's ready for an applicator pad or a polisher, and you're good to go. So it's important. You're really skipping a very, very important step in the exterior detailing process when you don't clay your vehicle. You need, if you want proper and great results, you need to clay your vehicle in between washing it and taking a polisher to it. If you don't, you will be taking an applicator pad or a polisher. You're gonna put it on the panel, and all of those bonded contaminants, when you start to rotate the pad on that polisher, are going to grind into the clear coat, causing swirls, causing scratching, more marring, what we call buffer trails. And when you wipe the polish off or the wax off, you take your car, you put it in direct sunlight, it's gonna look worse than when you started, even before you washed it. So you need to have a completely clean and smooth panel before taking any machine or any product, any finishing product to your paint. And that's what clay does. It's essentially a cleaning Play-Doh resin bar that pulls and shears bonded contaminants off of your paint. So that's basically all it does. That's all it is. You can get this at Harbor Freight. You can get it on Amazon. You can find starter kits at Walmart, which will come with usually 1 or 2 clay bars, a microfiber towel, and a quick detailing spray. I think you can get them for $20. And you can have a completely clean surface before you take a wax or a polish to your paint. So I just wanted to, I know this is a long video, we're at like 12 minutes right now, but thank you if you were tuned in till the end, and I hope you learned something. I hope I explained everything to the best of my ability, and if I missed anything or if you have any further questions, I will answer them in the comments. But until then, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.